Smartphones. They don't seem to be getting smarter, but glitchier, shorter lived, higher priced.
Warm welcome to everyone who are watching us today over live stream. We are super excited about the news we have to share with you today. But first, before we talk about the phone announcements, I want to say thank you to all our media personnel and honorable distributors who have joined with us today. As you all know that we have just launched new devices in IFA Berlin last week. And this is the first time we are launching right after global launch. And I'm very proud to say that this is the biggest portfolio of Nokia phones launched ever in Bangladesh. So this is big. Guys, this is big. So now I would like to invite Mr. Farhan Rashid, who is our head of business, HMD Global Bangladesh, to join me on stage and share more about Nokia phones' performance in Bangladesh.
এই রিংটোন যখন আমি শুনি আমার কাছে অনেক অনুভূতি চলে আসে। এটা আমাদের শৈশব, এটা আমাদের কৈশোর, এবং অনেকের সাথে এখনো এই রিংটোন প্রতিদিন বেজে চলেছে। অনেক জরুরি কল আমরা পাচ্ছি আমাদের প্রিয়জনের কাছ থেকে। প্রত্যেকদিন আমরা এই নোটিফিকেশনের মাধ্যমে ডাক পাই। এটা আমাদের লাইফের সাথে জড়িত নকিয়া ফোন। আমি যখন আমার অনুভূতির কথা বলি তখন আমি জানি এটা আপনাদের অনেকের অনুভূতির সাথে জড়িত। এই ফোনটাকে নিয়েই আমাদের সকাল শুরু, এই ফোনটাকে নিয়েই আমাদের সারাদিন থাকতে হয়, এই ফোনটাকে নিয়েই আমাদের পথ চলা। আমরা আজকে আপনাদের সামনে তুলে ধরতে চাই এই নকিয়া ফোন নিয়ে আমাদের কি প্রতিশ্রুতি রয়েছে, আপনাদের জন্য আমরা কি করতে চাচ্ছি। আমি যদি আমাদের স্মার্টফোনের কথা বলি, স্মার্টফোনে আমরা বিগত দিনগুলোতে দেখেছি রিমার্কেবল গ্রোথ বলতে আমরা যখন প্রথম 2 বছর আগে আমাদের স্মার্টফোন সিরিজ 356 নিয়ে আপনাদের সামনে আসলাম, তখন আপনাদের কাছ থেকে আমরা ব্যাপক সাড়া পেয়েছিলাম। পরবর্তীতে এই ফোনগুলোর যখন এক্সটেনশন আসলো 3.1, 5.1 প্লাস, 6.1 প্লাস এবং আমাদের ফ্ল্যাগশিপ ডিভাইসগুলো যখন আসলো, আপনারা সবাই এই ফোনগুলোকে সাদরে গ্রহণ করেছেন। আপনারা আমাদের বিক্রয় বৃদ্ধিতে সহায়তা করেছেন এবং দিন শেষে বাংলাদেশের ভোক্তারা উপকৃত হয়েছে নকিয়া ফোনের কাছ থেকে। তাদের কিন্তু প্রত্যাশাও সেরকম। আমরা চাই এই ফোনগুলো আমাদের লাইফের সাথে এখন যেভাবে জড়িয়ে আছে আরো বেশি করে, আরো ভালোভাবে এই ফোনগুলো মাধ্যমে যাতে আমরা কনজিউমারের কাছাকাছি পৌঁছতে পারি। আমরা ইতিমধ্যেই প্রথম শীর্ষ চাই আপনাদের মাধ্যমে কনজিউমারদের কাছে, যাতে আমরা আমাদের জয়গান পৌঁছে দিতে পারি। আমাদের ফিচার ফোন সেগমেন্টে অলরেডি কিন্তু আমরা বাংলাদেশের টপ 5 ব্র্যান্ডের মধ্যে ইতিমধ্যেই চলে এসেছি। আইডিসি ডেটা 2019 অনুযায়ী যে জরিপ প্রকাশ পেয়েছে তাতে দেখা যাচ্ছে নকিয়া ফিচার ফোনগুলো বাংলাদেশে ইতিমধ্যেই টপ 5 ফোনের মধ্যে চলে এসেছে। আমাদের লক্ষ্য কিন্তু এখানেই শেষ না। আজকে সবার সাপোর্ট নিয়ে আমরা চাই নকিয়া যাতে অচিরেই নাম্বার 1 ব্র্যান্ড হিসেবে বাংলাদেশে আবির্ভূত হতে পারে। আপনাদের সবার বিশ্বাস, আপনাদের সবার ভালোবাসা, আপনাদের সবার চেষ্টা এবং আমরা যদি একসাথে কাজ করি, আমি মনে করি এই ফোনগুলো নিয়ে আরো বহু দূর আমাদের যাওয়া সম্ভব। আজকে আমাদের মধ্যে উপস্থিত হয়েছেন এইচএমডি গ্লোবালের হেড অফ প্যান এশিয়া মিস্টার রবি কুনওয়ার। আমি আমার বক্তব্য দীর্ঘায়িত না করে আজকের ডিভাইসের ব্যাপারে, যে জন্য আজকে আমাদের এখানে আসা, সেই ব্যাপারে শুনতে আমি ওনাকে মঞ্চে আমন্ত্রণ জানাবো। মিস্টার রবি।
Good afternoon, good morning, good evening. Thank you, Ifat, and thank you, Farhan. Whatever Farhan was saying in Bengali, I could understand a little bit. I think he made a passionate speech of how well we have been doing, and thanks to all the channel partners and our. So still, I'll make an attempt in terms of kemun ache? Bhalo, khub bhalo, bhalo. Khub bhalo. Okay. So there's another conversation which I keep generally doing with the team here, and especially Shahid Bhai, is whenever I ask them to do numbers, he says in Bengali, hobena. And I tell him, no, karbo, larbo, jitbo. So he says yes. So I think that's the attitude which all of our channel partners have shown here, which has made Nokia one of the leading brands as far as Bangladesh is concerned. And I really thank you all from the bottom of my heart in making that a possibility. And I'm sure going forward in future also, we will scale greater heights. So a big round of applause to all our channel partners who are sitting there for making that happen. Thank you. Okay, now as far as the agenda of the day, as I said, today is indeed a very, very special day as far as our brand is concerned. Because today it's not just 1, it's not 2, it's not 3, it's not 4, it's not 5, it's not 6. There are 7 new phones which we are announcing today for the launch in Bangladesh market. Okay, that shows our commitment to this market, and it's across the spectrum of feature phone and smartphone phone as well. But before I get into specifics of what product, what price, when are they available and things like that, a clear look in terms of what is the strategy as HMD which we are following here today. Now, if I take a look, we talked about 2G, then there was 3G, now it's 4G, but the word is moving fast to 5G. When you look at all the operators, one thing which is on top of their mind is how fast can we roll 5G, because that will be a game-changing moment in terms of consumer experience. Now we as HMD Nokia are also preparing well in terms of getting to our 5G objectives, and that's what we are clearly focusing, because together with Qualcomm, together with Nokia, together with Google, we are preparing our range which can give the most affordable 5G handsets, the timeline for which, obviously from an operator side, seems somewhere in 2020. But just I want to reassure the people that work is on as far as 5G is concerned, and we are clearly investing behind development of 5G. Okay. If I move next, what's the top of the agenda as far as consumers is concerned? It's all about imaging. Now, there are a number of phones with multiple cameras, and it's just getting bigger. But clearly you see, when we launched our flagship Nokia 9, it was the first in class which was with the 5 cameras which we had. So clearly a lot of work going on as far as imaging is concerned. We have a strong partnership with Zeiss, which we will talk about when I describe what products we are launching. But clearly this is the second area where we as HMD Global for Nokia brand are focusing on. Third most important aspect on which we focus is design. Nokia has a legacy of innovating as far as design is concerned. You've seen multiple products which were path-breaking in terms of design, and today we are the only truly European brand which exists in market, which is focusing on Nordic design, whether it was the use of aluminum, now it's the use of polycarbonates, the way we design our product, it's all inbuilt as far as our DNA is concerned, and we will innovate continuing with design and material as we move in 2019 and 2020. Okay. Most important as of today is our phone secure? There is a lot of noise around, will my data get leaked? Okay. What happens if it is there? And all the companies are struggling with that. Now, with our phones, okay, security is of prime importance. And that's the promise when we say that your phones will come with 3 years monthly security updates, which gets pushed over to your phone, and we are the only brand which is doing it. Together with that, the fact that we moved all our servers across to Finland shows our commitment as far as security is concerned in terms of giving the best consumer experience possible to the consumers. Okay, so these were, we said design innovation, we said 5G, we said imaging and security. Now let's move something which is still very popular, still very much in demand in terms of feature phone. So let me start off by playing the video of what we have in store. Okay, that's the new Nokia 105. The 105 which you have been selling so successfully for more than 2 to 3 years in its new avatar. This is what is going to be. It's going to be, as was told to me, it's going to be available very soon, hopefully within this week or next week across to majority of the stores. So clearly, how we have innovated, as it says, up to 14 hours of talk time. Clearly, 2,000 contacts, 500 SMSs, and FM radio. So the same 105, but entirely in its new avatar, and that's going to be the largest, I can promise, that's going to be the largest selling feature phone which you guys will sell in Bangladesh in days to come. And the legacy just continues. Okay? So this is the first. Let's move on. When is it available? It's available tomorrow. Okay? So it's available. We have two variants, the single SIM and dual SIM. Single SIM is 1399 taka and dual SIM is 1499 taka, all sweetly priced, and I'm sure at that price the consumers are going to just love it in Bangladesh, and it is going to be one of the largest selling SKUs in Bangladesh. Of course, there are pretty colors which are available, which gives you the option and to the consumer in terms of what we can do in terms of driving consumers. Okay, moving on. Our next launch. Okay, that's the 110. What does it do? Clearly, it's an advanced, or what we say, it's the little sister of 105. You look at the curved design, obviously it is going to capture the mind of consumers. It comes with an MP3 player with a 32 GB expandable memory. It's got a rear camera as well, and up to 14 hours of talk time and a music playback up to 27 hours. So clearly a power pack performance in 110, which is going to be available first week of October. So that's not even 2 weeks to 3 weeks away. And at a sweet price point of 2099 Bangladeshi taka. Available, as you see, in two colors, black and ocean blue. Black, of course, remains the stable color, but ocean blue is also something which is the consumers are accepting. Okay? Next up, our third launch. Okay, the beauty about this is that it's a 4G phone. Okay, so clearly 220, it's 4G enabled, and it takes all the benefit of 4G, and I'm sure there are a lot of consumers who are looking at 4G options even in remote parts of this country, where they not only want the benefit of 2G, but in terms of what they can do with internet and world calls and things like that. Along with this, we are bringing wireless FM radio feature, and also it has a rear camera, and somebody who still wants to be connected on Facebook, it gives you that opportunity. So it's a power-packed 4G feature phone which we will be launching. In terms of timing and availability, again, first week of October, available at a sweet price point of 3,999 Bangladeshi taka. So it's really a power-packed feature phone which you can look at. So that's the third one. Moving on. We've seen the success of 3310, right? How many of you have seen and sold lots and lots of handsets of 3310 when we kind of bought it back? In our design philosophy, we say it's the Nokia originals, the ones which were there earlier, which captured the mind of consumers then, are the ones which will capture the imagination. You've seen not even 3310, but 8810, the famous banana phone. We are bringing some of it back again. Okay? So our next launch. Okay. Yes, this one deserved a clap. The flip is back. Sabko flip phone chahiye tha? And especially there is a demand for the flip. And it's just not the flip. It's not only the design innovation, but the fact it's a 4G flip phone. Okay? It's got a dedicated Google Assistant button. Okay? So it's a very power-packed phone. It comes with a dedicated Google Assistant button. Even for people or elders who want to use it, it comes with an emergency button. Okay, so at a press of that button, you can call up. It will send messages and call up to 5 contacts of yours. So that's again one of the added features which you have. It also comes preloaded with Facebook and WhatsApp, and obviously true to Nokia design, it is really heavy as far as battery is concerned, up to 27 days of battery life. So this is the one which obviously is going to capture a lot of consumers, because people who are kind of into digital detoxification mode and who wants to switch to a feature phone, this is a very good, powerful feature phone, 4G feature phone, which is available. Okay. Next in line, innovation, it continues. Okay. Available first week of November at a price point of 9,500 Bangladeshi taka. So it's designed for niche consumers who want to use it. Okay. Moving on, another key consumer segment. Nokia has always been known for durability, toughness, and there are enough memes on the internet talking about how durable our phones are. We are adding just one more onto that. Okay. Let's look at it. Okay, that's Nokia 800 Tough for you, the toughest phone designed by Nokia till date. Okay, what's tough about it? It's IP68. Okay, that's the class which you see as far as smartphone is concerned, which talks about that it can be water resistant up to a depth for even 30 minutes of usage. So that's the kind of toughness we've made it. It can withstand a drop of 1.8 meters. Okay, so clearly the rugged look, and I'm sure you'll have a chance to look at product demos later, the kind of innovations we've done. It can work in extreme conditions from minus 20 degrees to plus 55 degrees centigrade. So it's designed for whether it's military use, it's used in work sites, it's travel, sports adventure, things like that. And the whole grip, it's heavy rubberized grip. So it's an out and out phone for lovers who like extreme sports, who work in dangerous environments. And even the small notch which you see here, you can just tie it to your backpack or anywhere, and the phone is always within the reach. So clearly another innovation on design, which we will be announcing as far as December is concerned. So still some time, but yes, definitely this is the tough one to watch out for at a price point of 10,250 Bangladeshi taka. Okay, so I've talked about 5 feature phones, starting from 105, 110, moving to 220, then we had 2720, and coming to Nokia 800. So that's the range of feature phone which we are launching. Now let's switch some gears. Okay, it's not all about feature phones. While I know Bangladesh, there is a lot of consumers who buy feature phones, but the world is also moving to smartphones. So let's switch gears. And let's see what we've kind of delivered in the promise of 2 years plus since launch of HMD, of what we have been doing. Okay. First, I talked about the fact that our commitment that all phones will have 3 years of free security updates every month, and the promise of having 2 software updates. So all our phones are either Android Pie or Android 9 ready, and now our phones are moving ahead in terms of being Android 10 ready as well. Okay, so let's look at the next generation of smartphones which we are going to announce. Before we do that, clearly, as I said, we have the fastest range which is changing in terms of adopting to the latest Android version. Okay, let's look at what we have in store. So, ladies and gentlemen, that's the Nokia 6.2 for you. Okay, clearly a very power-packed smartphone. It's a mid-range phone, but with the best-in-class display. So if you look at all the features which are up there, it comes with an advanced triple camera. It's got the dedicated Google Assistant button. And of course, in terms of the battery life, it comes with a signature 2 days battery life as well. And to top it all, it's Android 10 ready. Now, these are some of the features, and I'm sure when you look at the devices and you play around, you will discover a lot of features in terms of how we kind of integrating both the software and the design platform to give you the best-in-class experience as far as these phones are concerned. Okay, in terms of availability, middle of October, so not very far off. It's landing in your stores in Bangladesh. In terms of price, sorry, let's move to the next one. That's the Nokia 7.2, the best in class as far as imaging is concerned, with 48 megapixel camera. Okay, triple camera. I'll just put the slide up in terms of what the product features are. But if you look at the classic Nordic design inspired by our craftsmanship, it really stands out. In terms of the screen size and the ratios, again, it stands out. The fact that it's got a 48 megapixel camera, and with our partnership with Zeiss, clearly a differentiator, as we know. And it's all in all an extraordinary experience as far as 7.2 is concerned. So if you look at the crowded marketplace, we have two stunning smartphones launched, 6.2 and 7.2, which we've announced, which will be available by mid of October, kind of a time frame in respective markets, which will be class defining. In terms of the availability, again, as I said, it will be available mid of October. In terms of pricing, it will be announced closer to launch, while we have an indicated RRP which we announced globally. But we will be announcing the prices, the retail prices of these closer to time when they are about to be launched in the marketplace. So clearly you see the breadth. I think, as I said, it's not one, but 7. That is the range with which we kind of talking about our renewed focus and investment as far as Bangladesh market is concerned. And I'm pretty sure in terms of looking at the consumer response, they will love the offerings which we have. Clearview, Nokia 800 Tough, the Flip, okay, 224G, Nokia 110 and 105. Those are the 5 ones which we have. Then I talked about the whole concept of it just keeps getting better, and we're just adding 2 more phones in that range, which is the Nokia 6.2 and 7.2. Again, best in class in terms of the whole imaging and design craftsmanship. And I would like to thank you all again for patiently listening to me and really appreciate the time taken. And I'm sure while this was my first interaction with most of you, we will have many more in times to come. But really wanted to thank you for patiently hearing me out. And I'm sure once we go out and talk this story, The consumers are going to love it. So before I conclude, I'll invite Ifat on stage to take care of the proceedings next. So this is the official launch of all the phones. Yeah.